Hi, my name is Eve Hartley. I'm a writer for Trill Magazine on the TV and movie team. Today with me I have Grace Reiter, who you may know from American High or from her upcoming Netflix series Minimum Wage. But today we're mostly going to be talking about the viral phenomenon that she created called The Hunger Games But Better and our upcoming Twilight But Better. So, The Hunger Games But Better currently has over 12.5 million views. Was that something you were expecting when you started this project?
No, I really was like, please get a million views. I was like, if this got a million views, I'd be like, that would be so awesome. And like the day we uploaded it, it was like 9 p.m. on November 18th or something like that. And it was like, I think it got like 200,000. I was like, okay. I was like, that's pretty good. And then it just like took off. And then the next day on the 19th, they actually released the official trailer for Sunrise on the Reaping.
Oh, okay.
And so I think it was just kind of a beautiful synergy moment where people were like looking up the Hunger Games and then we just happened to be there. And I think it was just kind of like a perfect storm. But yeah, I was really happy with the reception.
Yeah. So, besides the perfect storm moment, what else do you think made The Hunger Games But Better go so viral?
Well, I think like a little bit because Sunrise on the Reaping, I think it is just an iconic series and franchise that, I mean, that's the reason why I remade it, is because I love it so much. I don't know. I think it has just a really strong fandom. And I think the fans are hungry, obviously. That's why we're getting like new books in the series, and more movies. And I think people are just like in love with this world, Suzanne Collins, that she created. And so I think there's that element. I think there's also like the element of like, it's like, a fun improv comedy movie that I just feel like maybe people are starved for, to use Hunger Games sort of starved. I think they want like, I don't know, just something silly. I think, yeah, it's just like a silly take on the movie also, which I mean, it is a very serious book and movie, but I think there's some fun to be had. But also that being said, there's some funny stuff. There's funny stuff. Peeta's a snarky, funny, witty character in the books and in the movies. And so I'm sure there's lots of humor.
For sure.
To be reaped from in there.
So, why did you choose The Hunger Games out of all the movies you could have chosen to make a recreation of?
I think I just knew it like so well. I was like, I could remake it right now. I was like, I know this movie, and I knew Jennifer Lawrence, like I knew her performance. I was like, I know Katniss Everdeen. And so like for my birthday, I was fully like honestly, I feel like in the movie, like I took it very seriously. I was like, I'm gonna be Katniss Everdeen, by the way, for my birthday. Yeah, for my 24th birthday, I'm gonna be Katniss Everdeen. And you guys can like goof around and do whatever you want. But it was truly like, and I think that's also why it went viral, is because people were drawn to like the friend group and how like it was truly just like innocent fun. Like we had no alcohol the whole weekend. It was just like mostly Dunkin'. We had Dunkin' and like pizza. So I think there was just like that fun play and like friends vibe that everyone was really drawn to. And then yeah, why Hunger Games? It's my favorite. And I think my favorite part of the weekend was we watched the sequel after we wrapped the whole thing. We were like showered after we just got like all like muddy and gross, and everyone is like, snacking on birthday cake, and we were watching Catching Fire, and it was like, and some people, it was their first time watching Catching Fire, and Catching Fire is the best one in the whole series. It's incredible. And so like that was really fun.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a great movie.
Yes.
So growing up, did you have like a Hunger Games phase at all, or did you just watch the movie a lot? How did you really become familiar with the movie?
I think I just watched it a bunch. I think our school trying to think of like the time. Like I think I was in middle school, either like 7th grade. That sounds right. We like randomly took a field trip to the movie theater, and I think we watched Catching Fire or part one. I don't know. I just remember watching it at some point at school for some reason. And I was just like gagged. I was just like, oh my God. But I never read the books because I'm just like, I'm not good at reading. I'm not a good reader. I literally just finished Catching Fire like, what, like a week ago. And I'm like reading Mockingjay right now. And I'm like, oh, wait, these are good. Guys, kids should read. Kids should read. And everyone else that read the books was like, yeah, no, obviously. But books are great. Books are great and movies great. But I never read the books. I just watched the movies. And I like action and world building. Like I really like building worlds. And I think the world that she built was so like, I don't know, it's just got that thing that you want from a dystopian where it's like people are in different, you know, it's like whether you have Harry Potter where it's like we're in different houses, or like Divergent where it's like we're in factions. It's like, I don't know, there's things that are like oh my gosh, compartmentalized where it's like, oh, each district has a thing and they do their whatever. And I don't know, it was just, everything was just like perfect. And it's all a commentary on fascism, which, you know, I didn't really pick up on growing up, but I was like, whoa, she's got a bow.
So how many of your castmates were familiar with the movie before you started recording?
I feel like everyone had seen Hunger Games at least once, or like was aware. I mean, at the very least, I told them, I was like, you need to watch it at least once, and here's who your character is. So I know they at least watched it once. I don't know how big of a fan anyone else was, other than maybe like my sister who was in it. Yeah, everyone was aware of.
Okay. So how stressful was the process of actually filming? Since you guys had, I believe it was 3 days, correct?
Yeah.
Was that stressful at all, or?
No, honestly, it was so, especially doing Twilight, what we did like a couple weeks ago, that was stressful. That was crazy. And then while I was on set, I was like, how did we do the Hunger Games? I think what helped is it wasn't an Airbnb, and it was like in a contained area. So like it was pretty easy to like go out, shoot the thing, go in the room. Everyone was there. And it was like, we had it really well organized. We had like a call sheet with descriptions. We like shot listed it. We knew what we were doing. It was minimal props, minimal costumes, which was like great because, you know, in the Hunger Games they mostly just stay in those like their uniforms or whatever. So it's like that kind of actually helped us because they're just in that the whole movie. But again, it was just kind of like a perfect storm. It all kind of worked out. The Airbnb, like randomly, well, not randomly. I mean, we did look for like things that could be multi-purpose, like rooms for scenes, but it's like kind of all worked out. Like that little cornucopia, the fire pit, and like that little reaping area was like really nice. And then it's funny, every other room it's like, oh, it's almost like everyone else. I mean, obviously they love the movie and they knew it, but it's like you can kind of fill in, and your brain kind of fills in the gaps of like, oh, it's a bathroom, but it's like I know what they're trying to do, what they're trying to film here. But it went smooth and it was super fun. The only time there was like some stress is when we were losing light towards like the dog chase scene. We had to refilm that because we like lost light, and we ended up like just scrapping what we had filmed the night before. And then it was like raining, and which it was supposed to thunderstorm the whole weekend, which it didn't. It only rained like that one time, and you can kind of see at the end like my hair's like kind of wet sometimes, but then kind of not. Like, so that was the only stressful part. But otherwise, it was like, I don't know, we got that done.
Did you have more fun with the acting side of it or the production side of it?
I feel like it's all really fun. I think, I don't know. I feel like I never really got fully into actor mode. I think I was really in like, okay, let's do this. Okay, now let's go there. So I don't know if I really got lost in the acting of it. I feel like I was kind of the whole time, like, okay, what do we do now? What do we do next? But I don't know. Yeah, maybe the production of just like, wait, how are we gonna do this? And also like pitching it to people and like telling them and then being like, what are you doing? And I'm like, no, like, okay, this it'll all make sense. And I'm like, let me just tell you. So yeah, my friend Andy helped with the pre-production, and obviously James, who shot it too. Like we were very much like, let's watch the movie. He made like a cut of all the stuff we cut out of it because it's like a 2-hour movie, so we cut like a ton. So I'd say the pre-production was kind of fun of just like, how are we gonna craft this, and sort of envisioning all my friends in the roles and like how they would play it was really fun too.
For sure. Okay, we're going to shift a little bit towards the upcoming Twilight project. So why specifically did you choose Twilight for this one?
Okay, Twilight in a similar fashion, I think is so iconic. I think it got a bad rap in 2008. I think it came out in, or 2009. I think in a way that like Twilight, or I mean Hunger Games didn't get that. And I don't know, it just has like such a strong fan base to this day. Like there's a festival or like a convention in Forks where they filmed it called Forks Fest that's like solely dedicated to Twilight, and like some of the old cast members will like go there and like do, you know, meet and greets and stuff. And it's like, again, there's something about like that world. Like I think it's like it's a fun take on vampires. It's not like, you know, I don't know, they're modern and they're hot and they're like, you know, they live in a mansion. They don't live with, you know, moats and coffins and stuff. It's like, I don't know. And then there's the romance and it's Edward. Like, come on, I don't know. And also visually, I guess like from a filmmaking standpoint, Hunger Games and Twilight are very similar because they're like sort of handheld and very stylistic, and also like, yeah, they have like a specific like I don't know, look and color palette that are like singular and unique, and I think are just like funny if you are being funny with it.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
the thing that you were most excited to bring to life in the Twilight universe?
I feel like Kristen Stewart's performance as Bella, I thought that would be fun. I think bringing Edward to life in someone else that's not Robert Pattinson would be funny. Oh, I know. The baseball sequence. That I was excited about. That is like the most iconic part of the movie. I think it's just so, oh, it's so good. And that's the thing I'm worried about with this remake is like the soundtrack is so integral to the movie in a way that like Hunger Games didn't really have that. Where I'm kind of like, oh crap. Like, I don't know if it'll hit the same without, you know, supermassive black hole, but like we'll try our best.
Yeah, how did you approach the soundtrack going into it? Did you make your own music? Did you use some royalty-free music? How did that go?
We're still we still have to finish like editing and sound mixing, so like it's very much we don't know.
All right.
We don't. There was talk like while we were filming where it was like, you know, we know a lot of musician friends, we should just like do something. I will say I do have this musical parody character, Tate McRib, who
Yes.
is going to be in the world of Twilight in some capacity. So I think that will be really fun.
Oh.
But that's the only musical thing that we did do intentionally for the movie. But as for the soundtrack, we're still figuring that out.
All right. Yeah, I just saw Tate McRib released some new music recently, I believe. So that's
Yes,
very exciting.
Miss McRib, yes, and fortunately she wasn't too busy with this new album rollout to hop on something very special for the Twilight fans. So I feel like everyone will be very excited.
Was the filming process more similar to what it was like with the Hunger Games? Was it something where you just kind of rented out an Airbnb and went from there, or was it more difficult with a bunch of different filming locations?
This one was harder because we had so many more locations that I was like, like how would we do this? Like we could do it the same way, but I kind of wanted to step it up for the next year. I was like, I don't know. Like I knew, and there'll even be like a clip coming soon of like, even last year I knew I was going to do Twilight because I was like, it's just iconic. We can't not. And I was like, I knew it has to step up. So I think it stepped up like production wise of like, we're still doing it like two cameras. We're shooting it like similar to how we did, but production wise in the sense of like the costuming is incredible. Julia's friend Izzy from Syracuse, like she absolutely killed it. She did incredible. So we have like really good costumes and the locations are like super cool because we used the American High like school where we all like filmed videos and stuff, and they have like they make movies there. So there was a bunch of like they had a hospital wing, they had a school classroom, they had lockers. So like I think upping the locations was like a huge like I feel like people will be like really impressed and think it looks like way better from last year.
So I have to ask, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Oh, I'm Team Edward.
Okay.
It was never a question. What team are
Good.
you?
Team Edward, for sure.
Okay, good.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
It was always him.
for sure. So, in general, though, do you like werewolves or vampires better, would you say?
I feel like vampires. I feel like werewolves, they just, because I'm thinking like what we do in the shadows. And I guess there's some werewolves in there, but like, I don't know. There's just some really good vampire stuff out there. I think they're just cooler. Werewolves to me are kind of like just a little spooky, a little like actually scary. But I guess there's Teen Wolf. Oh, you know what? And because I'm not a Teen Wolf girl, so maybe I should have got into that. Maybe, I'd be singing a different tune, but I am a vampire girl, I'd say.
Is there anything that you can tease about this project? Obviously, we don't want any spoilers, but we're very excited at this point.
I mean, like, the baseball scene is going to be great. I don't know, just like, I think the whole time I'm hoping people are going, oh my God, they got that thing. Or like, they noticed that detail. Or like, oh my God, no way. Like, Jessica's wearing that. Or like, I can't believe they got this thing or location or, this person or whatever. Like, I hope it's just all around. Everyone's just like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I think there's a lot of like fun, cute things to look forward to. I think, yeah, details, maybe like the details, because I feel like we got a little granular, like a little more specific with this, like a little less, you know, I don't know, dollar store props and whatever. We upped it a little bit.
So, out of all of your friends who were free to come film, how did you decide who gets what role?
Yes, okay. I'll say this, maybe this will make people jealous or be like, what? I don't know. The only person last year and this year who I asked like who he wants to be was Sammy. I was like, Sammy, I'm like, you can be whoever you want to be. And it was really funny because Coy was like, why does Grace keep giving us girl roles? And Sammy was like, yeah, well, I guess I did pick to play women in both movies, but so Sammy was the only one who I was like, who do you want to be? And I was like, you can be whoever you want. And then everyone else, I feel like I had a specific vision where I'm like, I just know where they would fit, and also where fans would be like, oh my God, yes, no, like he is that person, or like, wait, no, she is so good. So like, I think it's just like watching the movie and then just also knowing like my friends and their acting and like comedic senses and like what they would, I mean, really, truly, anyone could be anyone. But like, I think it's kind of fun to sort of get people into parts where I'm like, oh no, you're gonna shine. Like, I know you're gonna eat this up.
What was your favorite reinterpretation of a character in the Hunger Games?
Ooh, That's a good question. The first one, like Koi's Fox Face. Like, I don't know. I feel like Fox Face is such like a quick character, but I feel like, and even in our remake too, like Fox Face isn't in it that much. But I feel like she was like more like, well, she was like more cheeky and coy, I would say. But oh god, I don't know. I feel like Hyde killed it. I feel like he killed that. That was really funny.
Obviously, everybody did a really amazing job. The cast overall was just, everybody did amazing. I was just curious, like,
If I had a favorite,
who would have taken it in a different direction, more of, that you were surprised by.
Interesting. Like who did in our final version took the character in a different direction?
Yes.
Maybe Effie? Maybe Sammy as Effie? I feel like, yeah, totally Sammy as Effie. I feel like everyone else kind of played it, similar with some like funny moments, but I think like Effie was probably the one that was like a little bit more like out there or like strayed from the original.
All right, so one of the reasons I believe that this was able to go so viral is because of the TikTok reaction. My personal favorite, I think, was the edits of Can't Catch Me Now to the mother in the trees. Do you have a favorite TikTok reaction that you would like to share?
Oh my god, yes. Like that actually blew me away because I was like, oh, maybe like some people will make edits. That would be so cool. Oh, people made edits. And that's what I mean about the TikTok, like Hunger Games fandom. They're putting in the work out there. They're doing the work. I think, I mean, I thought the reception to like Mom Reaping Going Now was like so funny. Like I was truly on like a first date, like walking around the city, and some kids were like, Mom, Reaping Going Now. And then I was like, oh, I was like, by the way, so I did this thing with my friends. It was really funny. I think that one was fun. And just like literally all the edits. I think the ship edits make me giggle. The ship edits make me giggle. I'll be like, oh my God, that's so funny. Cause it's just me and my friends. I like the ones where they like compare me to Jennifer Lawrence. Those are obviously my favorite, where like it'll like cut between me and then her. But yeah, the mom, like Luca as the mom, that was like a casting choice that like made me giggle. I was like, we'll just throw him in a dress and like I don't know. And then people love that. So I'm excited to see like in Twilight, like little moments of that. If there's a similar, just like what, like what small thing people are like attached to or obsessed with.
So something else I saw on TikTok was that the mutts in your version were actually more book accurate than in the movie itself. Was that like intentional at all, or was that just like a happy accident?
I think that was a happy accident, 100%. I'm trying to think if at that time I finished reading the first one. I don't think I did. I don't even think I finished reading the first one at that point. So I don't know if I really knew like, oh yeah, that they're like supposed to have the eyes of like the tributes that died, or like the same like hair color, is their fur is like the same hair color. Totally happy accident. I was like, oh, there's mutts. We need people to be mutts. We'll just have them be everyone else. And everyone else happened to also be the fallen tributes. So it kind of worked out perfectly. And I'm hoping in Twilight, yes, in Twilight, there is a book specific thing that's only in the book that wasn't adapted into the movie that I'm hoping fans will be like, they'll clock it.
Okay.
So there is a moment to look forward to if you read the book.
Okay.
It will get its moment in a live action adaptation.
I will say I did grow up pretty obsessed with the Hunger Games, so I have read those books before and I did clock that. I hadn't seen Twilight, so I did watch that movie when you announced that was the next but better production. So now I might have to read the book just to catch that.
You might have to. And this is my hot take. But again, I like movies better. I think you should watch the movie first and then read the book. That is my hot take. Because if you like the world of the movie, you'll love the book because they go more into detail. So if you're like, there's more detail, there's more like, you get to really like be in it with the characters. Whereas the movie, I feel like only really like subtracts from the book just because it's like, it can't do what your imagination can do. And also like what, you could get in 200 pages as opposed to like 100. But that's my hot take. So maybe you'll like the Twilight book a lot, but also
I would agree with that for sure.
I think in that case, the movie is really good though.
All right, this is a little bit off topic, but out of all the people who helped you film, all of your castmates, if one of them were to win the Hunger Games, which one would you bet on?
Ooh, that is good. Okay. Okay, I'm doing just the Hunger Games cast because we got some new cast members for Twilight, so I'm just gonna do just the Hunger Games. I think Hyde could get a little scrappy. I don't know, Julia. Maybe Julia, because she likes to wrestle. She likes to fight. And that girl has hunger in her. So I feel like she would I think Julia would win. I think Julia might win the Hunger Games. I feel like, or at least put up a damn good fight.
All right, so if you had to pick one celebrity, dead or alive, to be in a But Better production, who would it be and who would they play?
That's a great question. Oh my God.
I just watched a previous interview. I know you mentioned, I don't remember who it was, to play like Jacob or something in the Twilight.
Oh my God, no.
Yes.
Today. Oh yeah. See, like that type of casting to me is just like, oh God, that'd be so funny. Like a Charlie D'Amelio or like a Addison Rae, like someone very internet, I think would be funny to have. Or like just someone totally, I don't know. Or like a Oscar-winning actress. Like someone fully just like an incredible actress, like Florence Pugh or something.
Jennifer Lawrence, maybe.
Oh yeah, or Jennifer Lawrence, please. Like her, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I know we did really, really, really want to get Taylor Lautner to be in it, and we were like, maybe he'll be in it. He's busy, and that is totally reasonable. But maybe next year, if we could get someone from either the Hunger Games or Twilight as a cameo role, that would be my dream. It's kind of like, sprinkle, because there's things also in Twilight that I feel like we brought over from the Hunger Games. Like there's little to me, through lines. I think it'd be cool in the next one if I don't know, if someone from the Hunger Games was in it or Twilight. So I'll say that, which hopefully there will be a next one next year. I don't see why not.
All right, this is my last question for you. Have you thought about what movies you might want to do in the future if you continue doing this? And then also, I would just like to say, you mentioned Divergent earlier. I think that would be amazing. I don't know if you've seen the meme on TikTok with the Tris scream.
Oh God, yes.
I think that would just be amazing to see. Yes. So that's my suggestion. If you're looking for suggestions, but have you thought about that yet at all?
100%. We have the last night we were just sitting around and I was like, okay. And you know what? I think I'll list them off just to give you guys a little peek into my mind of what we're thinking. Because truly next year, in the same way Twilight, I wanted it to be a step up. I think next year has to be a curveball. It's got to be different and wacky. I'll just give you some of my ideas. And if, people resonate, they love it. We've got a lot. Okay. Which order? Okay. I'll say Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Wizard of Oz. I was thinking, and this one I think will be impossible and will make no money, but whatever. Barbie Princess and the Pauper live action musical remake.
That would be absolutely amazing.
That would be amazing. But that one I'm So first of all, we cannot get the rights to the music. We'd have to rewrite the whole thing. I was like, that's just gonna be insane. I was like, I don't know if I could do that. Also, the Barbie property, but like that was my like dream. I was like, it's gonna be a musical and it's gonna be a live action adaptation. So Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. What else? Oh, we're thinking Avatar, but there's like a spin on it that I don't know if I want to give away because maybe that one actually we might do in the future. But so there's Avatar. What else? Oh, Julia suggested like Now You See Me. Have you seen that? Like the
Yes.
heist movie with magicians. I think like a heist movie or like some sort of ensemble movie I think would be really funny. Um what else did we say? Or like Ocean's 8 or like Ocean's 11 or something like that. Oh, Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice. Oh, there was a lot of like, oh my God, we should do High School Musical. But I think High School Musical should only happen when we're like 40 or like 50. Like, I think we'll like, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for, but I think it'd be funny to revisit High School Musical when we're like, I mean, even now, come on, I don't know. I think we can get away with playing high schoolers for like a little bit longer, but I don't know. Oh my God, what am I talking about? Dune, duh. Dune.
Oh,
We were gonna
yes.
do like Dune Part 1 and 2, like combine them and do like just like yeah, Dune Part 1 and 2. I think that would be fun, but that one also to me feels like it would be hell because we shot Twilight in like June and it was so hot. I'm like, I can't even imagine filming that like at an actual desert or something. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I don't know. I gotta think like practically, like now after doing, I'm like, actually, okay, what takes place in like the most minimal locations possible? But we've got some things cooking. We have lots of ideas. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe this time we'll put it in the comments. And be like, what do you guys want to see? And we'll try to do it. Because yeah, the Hunger Games and Twilight, I like knew I was like, okay, we have to do those. But now I'm like, I really don't know. It could be anything. I'm down for whatever.
I think overall, just whatever you guys continue to do in the future, I think everybody's going to be very excited. I know everybody's very hungry for but better productions. Um, I think obviously the movie is a big part, but I think you guys as a cast, your humor just really makes everything. So I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with Twilight this year and in the future.